I know it hurts, Highness, but you have to keep moving. It's twilight. We need to be inside before nightfall. When we get to the tavern, I can make something more practical for bracing your ankle. As it stands now, you're gonna have to push through the pain. I offered to carry you, but you rejected. Unless you're saying that you've changed your mind. I thought not. If that's not inspiring enough for you, just think. I would wager there's at least a decent pillow and a lukewarm meal waiting for you at the tavern. It may not be as opulent as what you're accustomed to, but it's better than sleeping out here. Yes, because of monsters who would eat you. Glad you were paying attention, Highness. Curious, huh? They didn't teach you much about the Fae that inhabit these lands? Funny. Monster identification would have gone well with the lessons on which fork to use with salad and how to wave to visiting dignitaries. I still know how to tell jokes. One doesn't need a mortal soul to find humor. I'm not a teacher, Highness. This isn't a field trip for you to learn the Fae who inhabit the forest. Because we're short on time, and talking about them will bring them right to us. Words are powerful, Highness. Though obviously you wouldn't know with how much you just gabber away. If you stop walking, I'll throw you over my shoulder like a flour sack. You want to test me? Because there are more pressing threats than you throwing a tantrum, Highness. You're right. Knowledge is power. I wasn't done. Knowledge is power in the hands of those who can utilize it. I am with you for the explicit purpose that you will not encounter anything. There is only so much light left to protect us. Bargaining. You'll allow me to carry you the rest of the way. Fine, but we won't be making this a habit. You'll find I have more bite than bark. See? Humor. Now, Highness, if you'll excuse my touch. Up you go. What? This is the finest form of traveling. Being slung over the shoulder of a wolf is how all the nobles are going about nowadays. You don't look like I hunted you. There's not typically enough of my prey left to carry like this. Now, I'll uphold my end of the deal. What are you interested in learning about? It would be far faster for me to name the Fae who aren't interested in eating you. Okay, there are redcaps. They are small, malicious Fae who are born from spilled blood. They must have fresh blood on their mushroom cap heads, or they'll shrivel up and die. Mushroom cap heads. They aren't much taller than my knees. They're small, but they aren't to be underestimated. They are only interested in spilling more blood. Well, armor is an excellent way to stop them. If you aren't strong enough for plate mail, I recommend water. The blood is what sustains them. Remove that, and they are helpless. There are also hags. They are typically closer to villages, though. We shouldn't run into any out here. Hags are half fae with the unseelie court. It's reductive to call the unseelie court evil. They are just fae who weren't blessed with ethereal beauty. Some might call them malformed, but they just lacked the perfect symmetry of the Seelie court. There are just as many malicious Seelie fae as not. I was getting there when you interrupted, Highness. Hags are unseelie fae who are born of spite. They have the illusions of half fae and know how to play at your heartstrings. They might appear like a frail old person or someone young and beautiful. Once you're in their home, though, they cook you up and eat you, bones and all. Well, their homes are the source of their power. Their homes are the source of their power. As long as you stay away from them, you should be fine. If you do wander too close, then you have to sever the tie between them. There are a few ways you can do it. Fire is effective. If you do end up trapped by one, just pray that it's a swift death. They're difficult to kill, especially when they're in covens. No, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter how many of them come for me. It wouldn't be much of a match. There are plenty of creatures out here who are one of a kind. Thom is chaos, and it does not abide by any rules, which is why the law of the Seelie court is absolute. It has to be. So many questions about my limits, Highness. I already told you. Few creatures out here would challenge me. Even without a pack, I'm more than capable on my own. Well, a wraith could be a challenge. Were once high fae before they turned to cannibalizing their siblings. They eat anything and everything in their path. Their appetite is rivaled only by my own. And like wolves, they like to seek out power. Unlike wolves, they're ambush hunters. Stalk their prey and strike without even being seen. When it's a fair fight, they turn tail and run. But they never wait for it to be a fair fight. Yeah, I've seen them take down a couple of wolves before. It's always over before you even really know what's happening. They're rare to encounter. There wouldn't be one coming this close to the inn. The inn will protect us because it has fire and wards. Wards that, if we are too much later, will lock us out here, by the way. Now that we're moving faster, we should make it just in time. That was meant to be the end of the conversation, Highness. I upheld my end of the bargain. I don't particularly want to talk about wolves. I don't need a reason. Oh, so now you know enough about us to know that we're Pack Fae. I don't want to talk. Because you couldn't possibly understand the guilt of looking into someone's eyes and knowing that you have damned them. The wolf inside me is hungry. It's just a matter of time before it consumed all of them, too. They're better off without me. Stop talking. Shh. No, shut up. I'm trying to listen. Something is... You've come stumbling into my forest. Oh, are you scared? Does my appearance frighten you? You're traveling with a wolf, yet you do not look at her with fear. To look into the face of a wolf without fear is powerful. Oh, no, no, no. I won't harm you. I'm not like your little knight. I just want to see the tiny ruler who wandered from the path. You knew I was there back then, didn't you? Following behind you in the safety of the shadows of the trees. I couldn't go to you then, but I can come to you now. Oh, what's wrong? Why do you turn to run from me? Aren't you lonely, little ruler? You can stay with me. You'll never be alone again. Oh, you can run. You can run. But you won't make it far on that lake. You'll trip, stumble, brushing it away from my waiting mom. Just a bite. That's all I need. He'll live on inside me, joining the chorus of those I devoured before you. It's just one bite.